My name's Mary Lily.
I'm Marshall.
And I'm Caitlin.
And we're the hosts of Unveiled Opinions.
Three newly and almost wed girlies with a podcast on any and everything wedding related. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. It's the best Monday of the year.
It's Wedding Monday.
Wedding week kickoff.
Wedding week.
Wedding Monday.
6-5. Finance.
Stop.
Gosh, every Monday is Wedding Monday for us, but this is Wedding week.
So true. Because some days I'm so overthinking about weddings, my own, and then I have to come here and talk about them. So I'm so excited for that to be over because I'll think, oh my God, so fun to just talk about weddings again.
Yep.
I don't have to appear in one.
The bliss.
For another month or two.
I'm sure you'll have to appear in some upcoming years.
Yeah, I have some upcoming.
You have some
already.
friends.
Well, happy Wedding week, Mary Lily and Matthew.
Thanks for the champagne and the flowers, girls.
Of course.
We're partying in studio.
Shocking.
The craziest podcasters you know.
I'm so embarrassed.
So,
Crazy girls.
crazy girlies in studio covering all things wedding this week.
Countdown is literally on.
Yeah.
I hope we all have our shit together.
Caitlin literally texts me every day. A week from today, you'll be waking up married. She's like, a week from today, we'll be rehearsing.
Yep. Just making sure you know.
Yeah, don't forget.
Get in the mood. Keep you humble. Ew.
Sorry. It just
No
popped
burps.
out.
Yeah. So a week from, what is it? A week from today.
Finance. I'm looking for a man in finance.
A week from today, you'll be married.
Wedding week. White dress. Wedding. Invites. RSVPs.
All right. You're cut off.
Black tie. Optional.
Stop.
So, wedding week checklist. You can Google wedding week checklist and you're going to get so many different things. But today we're going to just give advice on
Raw and
unveiled advice on what we think from Marshall and I's perspective, having been in it, and just Mary
What I'm
Lily,
doing this
who's
week.
living it. So on your wedding week checklist, there's so many things of just designating various point people, making sure that you're packed, scheduling your beauty appointments and having them, arranging help, handing off important documents and whatnot. But again, really, we want to just kind of dive into the advice of it because what you can't
can find
get.
all that on Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you can't get from the internet. So, Marshall, to kick off, what was one thing you did the week of your wedding that you would absolutely recommend another bride would do?
Send out like a detailed itinerary to the wedding party. So not just the bridal party. I did one and sent it to Gil to send his groomsmen.
Oh, I guess I need to do that.
Yeah, I would say it was very helpful.
Yeah.
So everyone knows like what time they're supposed to be places, what's optional, what's not.
Matthew already sent out an email with all false information. And then we started getting so many calls. And I was like,
Right.
don't send
So
out
send an
another
update.
email.
So maybe you do it and then send it to him and he can just forward it. That's essentially what I did.
Matthew's fake news.
Yeah.
And then my planner actually sent me her own itinerary that she had made. So I was able to it was like super cute. She did in like Canva.
Yeah.
And I was able to text it to everyone
Oh, cute.
I think on Thursday or something. So they'd already got one from me, but then they got another
more
just
detailed.
Will you do
short-
that for me?
Sure.
Thanks.
That was exactly what I did. I did ours in Canva. I did one for the groomsmen
Mm-hmm.
of their unique
Yes.
stuff. And
Because it's different.
yeah. And then one for the bridal party.
Yeah.
Oh, will you guys do that for me? Please.
Sure.
We basically have it.
I
It's
think
just an
Caitlin
email
kinda
form.
already did, but
I'll put it in Canva for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is there because on mine, I think I included the makeup,
Yeah.
I asked my makeup
schedule.
people for a schedule and they're like, we do not. They sent me the longest email being like, we don't want a schedule. I'm like, okay, do you have an order I can tell people to go in? They were like, we feel like that slows us down or when we put ourselves in a strict thing, it messes up with the flow. I'm like, okay, so you want me to tell 20 people that they have to sit here for 4 hours? Because it's not really going to go over very well.
So that's why I did it, because I was like, if you don't want to be here, like we did the breakfast that morning, but I was like, if you want to like skip that or whatever, totally fine. Because like
Right.
your makeup is
Yeah.
not going to be
No, she
until
was like,
later.
we just want you to feel pampered and surrounded by loved ones. I'm like, my loved ones aren't going to love me that much.
I will
if
say
I-
though that my like
if I
hair and
have
makeup
them
girl, she was like,
sitting
we
there.
don't have to go in order if someone just
Yeah.
wants to pop in a seat.
Right.
But I did think it was nice to have an order for like people
I agree.
who
know.
if they
Well,
like
also,
need to
like,
pop out for a
some of-
reason.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like my like sister-in-laws are like helping me like do
Mhm.
some stuff day of it. It would be nice to know when they're getting their hair and
Mhm.
makeup so they can make a plan. We have to start makeup at 7. So I really wanted all of like my mom, the groom's mother, and kind of all the people who would maybe not be as hungover
Yeah.
to go and get makeup first and kind of put them on a schedule like that. So it's like, okay, I don't know. It just has left me feeling very like,
Well, maybe you
now
can do
I'm-
your own schedule kind of.
I know. I'm going to do my own like order and stuff and like schedule, but it's just very unhelpful. That's all I will say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of just seems like it's one more thing on you.
Yeah.
So
And my planner was CC'd on all the emails and she didn't pipe up once.
And I think one of the things too that a lot of people think when it comes to weddings is like, oh, I want to leave things open for people and give them maybe not direction.
People like direction.
People do like
people
direction,
want
yeah.
direction. Tell people what to do, be
Yep.
clear. And I think that's, Marshall, as you said, with the wedding expectations, just make it clear.
Yeah.
Because even like on the groomsmen side, it was the groomsmen didn't care what they were doing that
No.
day, but their wives did.
Yeah, exactly.
Their wives
so
wanted
true.
to know when they were going to see their
Mhm.
husbands,
Yeah.
when they would be.
Because a lot of them had babies, like literal, like
Yeah.
6-month-old babies. So it was like they kind of needed to know, when do I need to take you somewhere? Like, thankfully, everyone could kind of walk, but
Yeah.
like it's true. Like they might not care. They're probably just going to be playing golf and drinking, but some people care.
Yeah. And so it's just, I think ambiguity is definitely the enemy in a lot of things in life, but especially weddings when there's so many logistics.
Yes.
There's so many people involved. If you want to have a stress-free weekend and be as clear and communicative as possible.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that I had thought of too, of like recommending absolutely doing is making sure people know their responsibilities. And it's even as simple as like, I want this person to bring the speaker.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I already
maybe-
texted Caitlin about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
and,
Olivia brought my speaker, like for,
And-
and it might be somebody different you want doing the playlist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we had some drama at my bachelorette because Eleanor, hope you're listening, Eleanor Hart, you took over the music at my bachelorette and it wasn't your bachelorette party.
Okay. But then it also, one of the things that my wedding planner had said was like, you have your photo list.
Yeah.
You need to have one of the maid of honor or bridesmaids helping the photographer be like, here, like, I know that, the groomsman over there is going to need to be over here. And just kind of being the voice of the wedding party of like helping run photos.
Yeah.
If you need help cleaning stuff up or
Yeah.
just everything that goes into the wedding day
Yeah.
needs to have somebody who can
Knows what's
kind of be
going on.
responsible for it.
And like to piggyback on that, like your fiance needs to know too. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
because there's so many like, little jokes about like, oh, my fiance didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know where to go. Like that's not funny on the day of the wedding. Like he's such like a type A structured person. He
We
was
love
like,
that.
yes, he was like, we need to be here
Yeah.
with his groomsmen. And it just helps for him to know too. Like I sent him the schedule that like our photographer and like planner like sent me, and like he knew exactly where to be at all points. So like make sure everyone's clued in.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than on the day of being like, where are people?
Yeah. Where's my groom?
Yeah. Like no one went and got his grandmother for pictures. So we don't have family pictures with his grandmother.
Oops.
Yeah. Gil was like, what the fuck?
He's like, we spent all this money on a
Yeah.
photographer.
I was
We
like,
got dressed up.
Yeah. I was like, well, we'll just have to get him with her after.
Yeah. Photoshop her in.
Because you're on a schedule.
You are on a very tight
Yeah.
schedule. And you want it to be as relaxing as
Mhm.
possible. So as your hair and makeup person said, you can enjoy it and just sit back and like day of can be as
Right. You don't want to have any
chill.
questions.
Yeah.
You just want to be like, I know what's supposed to happen and everything's happening. And it's just better that way.
You want to use as little brain power as possible.
yes.
Exactly.
what would be one thing you would absolutely recommend avoiding the week of your wedding?
Checking the weather.
I literally cannot stop though.
I know. Like I had an outdoor and it was under a tent, but like the ceremony was outdoor. And I was like, whatever. At that point, I was like, whatever's happening is going to happen. The planners will take care of it. Like I feel like the week of the wedding, at that point, I think I just stopped caring. I was like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But then my mom and Gil were like frantically checking the weather and they wanted to like tell me about it every day. And I finally had to be like, can y'all just like not? Like, I don't care. And Gil's like, it's getting better every day. And I was like, awesome, cool. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, I don't need,
because there was
changes.
Right. Well, there was a hurricane like maybe 3 weeks before my wedding.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so it was like up in even though it was November, it was still like, they're like, oh, is there going to be another one?
Clean up and stuff
and
too.
like, and it was like,
it was a bad hurricane.
It was bad.
Turnbull's wedding was the weekend right after that hurricane, and we were in Debbie and it was the most beautiful weekend. But like some of the roads were washed
debris,
out. But I got like the best seashells of my life.
Yeah.
I was like geeking.
Yeah. And there's some people that are kind of just like gloom, doom, and despair anyway. Yeah. So it's like they like,
enjoy the emotional roller coaster.
Yes. And I feel like the coordinator at the venue, like she's so sweet, but I feel like she sometimes can just get caught up in like the negatives or like worrying, I guess. And so like she was talking to my mom and they were like, oh, there's so much damage, like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then my planner was like, no, it's fine. Like it's going to all be fine for your wedding. It's going to be perfect. And I was like,
and that's the attitude we need. Yeah. You need that attitude.
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree. We had an outdoor ceremony as well, but we obviously had a rain plan. And it was December. And so it was also like, if it wasn't, we're in Charlotte. And so it very easily could be 60 degrees in December.
Yeah.
But if it was going to be anything below 55 degrees, we were going to go to option B. And I didn't check the weather. And my planner,
I did. And I would text your mom about it.
Yeah. Mary Lily and my mom were on it. And then
I would be like, I don't want to jinx it, but it's looking really good.
And it was like 63 degrees that day.
Me checking the weather currently.
Yeah. And Mary Lily has not taken this advice.
No.
She loves the emotional.
Partially sunny, low of 61, high of 87. That's a little
wow.
That's hotter than we wanted for the mountains.
Wow.
It could change.
Yeah. It could change.
Yeah.
And then I remember because we had like made an agreement, I think it was like 24 hours before we were going to decide on if we were doing it inside or outside. Yeah. And I remember like reached out to my planner and I was like, hey, like we got to make the decision. And she was like, no. The weather's perfect. Yeah. It's outside. And I was like, oh, cool. I still don't even have any decisions. This is amazing.
Yeah. No, my planner, she made like the executive decision to add another wall for the tent. And I was like, sounds good. Send me the bill.
Yeah.
Because that was part of our like rain or cold weather plan or whatever.
Sure. So the week of the wedding.
Getting schedules. So I need to get that done. Thanks, girls, for your help. I sent my planner a quick email too.
Just now.
With some notes.
Working on the job.
Yeah. Always. It never ends. I have made my playlist because of all the playlist drama at my bachelorette, like I've said before.
So much
Eleanor
drama.
Hart. And what else have I done? I've like talked to my photographer and we talked to our coordinator. And I feel like I just have like nails.
Yeah.
Matthew got a mani-pedi with my dad yesterday.
Oh my God, that is so fun.
I know. And then they went to breakfast after.
Aww.
How cute.
Did he like his...
Matthew was like, how did no one tell me about these massage chairs? I'm like, that's like not why we're there.
It was his first
time. He was like freaking out. He was like, you do this twice a week? I'm like, it's not that relaxing.
No,
I feel like trapped in a chair.
Yeah.
I like hate it.
It's like, they're just like buffing your nails. You don't have to sit for the polish and everything else.
Probably why he likes it. He could like get his little massage and then like he was practically done.
Yeah, it's so easy for boys.
One of the things that I would say that is like so crucial for wedding week is, especially if you have a destination wedding, is that marriage license.
Oh yeah, we got our marriage license on Friday of last week.
Pack it.
Yeah,
get the envelope.
I packed last night for our honeymoon, and I packed Matthew and I made Matthew pack last Sunday for the wedding. Just I'm like, you're not gonna wear it. Put it out.
Yeah.
Does it kill you? Because Matthew until last weekend hadn't tried on what he was wearing, and he was like, I need to go see if I need to get alterations. I was like, This is a joke. I was
Nightmare.
like, don't have this around me. I don't want to know about it.
Oh my heavens.
So that's happened. So then I was like, pack your things.
Yeah.
And leave.
We are packed.
Good.
But that's been good. And it's been nice. Like I've started getting ready for the dog sitter and stuff.
Yeah.
And we started a Google Doc.
Oh.
Me and the dog sitter girl. And it's been great. It's
Mhm.
Alexis. Hey, Alexis. Because like she's like looking over it. And like if she has a question, I can add to it. So like that's helping me.
Yeah.
I also like am like afraid to leave the dog.
Yeah.
It's the only time
no.
I've left her without my parents.
Yeah.
So
That's understandable though.
that's
Yeah.
been really nice that like to like be in communication with her so much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel like I'm getting my lashes touched up this week, finished tanning,
Mm-hmm.
nails.
Mm-hmm.
All the beauty stuff.
I slept in the TikTok viral mask last night.
How long did it take to turn clear?
It took a while. Matthew took a picture of my face. Did I not send it to you guys?
Oh, is that what that
That
was?
was this morning.
Yeah.
I thought it was like just a pic.
I thought it was just your morning routine.
I honestly, I was like, did she take this as a selfie? Like, this is such an interesting angle.
I know. I was like, was it like out? Like,
Oh my God.
I was like, that's why I was like,
I was
oh,
like,
and it was
Pretty
really
literally
dark. Like,
asleep.
I was like, you look so good.
beautiful.
Happy wedding week. You're a psycho. Now I've got to even go look at the picture.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you guys, I was asleep.
Oh.
Like a small angel.
you look
It's because I
dead.
wear my, what's it called? My eye mask
Yeah.
over my eyes constantly for the
Yeah.
listeners. So
She has to block out the world.
This is one of actually, when I was looking and doing research, one of the like frequently asked questions is how much time the week of your wedding you took off? Marshall, how much time did you take off and how much did Gil take off?
Gil took like the whole week because he,
nice.
well,
I need to. I feel like I need to.
well,
I can't
he
believe I'm
has
working
better
this week.
vacation than I
Yeah.
do. So he had like 6 weeks of vacation that he can take. You know, and some of us aren't that lucky.
Yeah.
It feels nuts that I
Yeah.
have to work this week. I'm like, do
It
you
felt-
realize what's happening?
It really
I have
felt
to.
nuts. I worked Monday and Tuesday, and then I
Okay.
took Wednesday. I took a full week.
Well, it's hard
For
'cause
the
I'm going on
honeymoon.
my honeymoon right after.
So we did our honeymoon. We did the mini moon. So I took Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that Thursday was Thanksgiving. So I had that
Oh, wow.
day, and then I went back to work for Black Friday.
Love that. And you got married Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah,
I really do feel like I needed another day though. I feel like if I
You
could have, I would have
could've.
taken that whole week off.
I
No,
know. That's the goal.
For real.
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
only taking off Friday and half of Thursday because
Wow.
I have
Oh,
no
no
PTO
vacation. Yeah.
I'm fully out. I'm
I
like,
guess 'cause
you have
I
your
also work from
honeymoon,
home.
yeah.
Like we're leaving for Asheville at 9:30 Friday morning. Sorry, Thursday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be on my computer. The people who I work with, like
What's
I grew
Matthew
up with
doing?
them. Matthew's been trying to get it. It's just like so hard because you're like, I have a wedding coming up. Like I can't do anything. But also you're like, but then I
You have
leave
to
for
prep.
10 days.
Yeah.
So like I have like a lot of stuff to prepare. It's
Yeah.
just like, oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I've tried to get like all my thank yous done, all my
Mhm.
vendor thank yous, like my little vendor gifts. I did all of that like the past week. I've been
Mhm.
embroidery machine. So I've been like my little fingers and the needles.
Yeah.
Are they raw?
Wait, so when is
No.
Matthew taking off?
Matthew, I think, is taking off Thursday, Friday.
Okay. Okay.
What did
Yeah.
you do?
Well, I had the
Oh.
luxury of getting let
We
go.
had the week off, Caitlin and I, for her
Caitlin took
wedding.
the week.
I took the week.
Yeah. I had the opportunity to get let go, laid off.
Couldn't have been
Matthew,
better
when she
timing.
walked into my house the other day, I was like, you are so lucky that you didn't have a job when you got married. I'm like, Matthew,
It's like
really?
be a little nicer.
it would have been so clutch though.
It really would have, but you don't.
was-
you do have no money.
You do have no
Yeah.
money, and
So
you
much
have
stuff.
that.
Also, that's the other thing.
Well, I had
I probably
severance.
spent like $600 on
yeah.
a random SHIT that
Mhm.
I like was like, completely forgot I need this. Thank God my mom bought my lipstick. It ended up being $130 getting
Yeah.
my lip for the weekend. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
got laid off 2 weeks before the wedding. And so I got to be a full-time bride.
Fun.
But I literally, Kyle also has,
And then she was a full-time wife.
yeah,
Mhm.
Kyle has
Jealous.
unlimited PTO and I
Mhm.
had to like fight him on taking time off. I was
Mhm.
like, dude, you need to at least
Yeah,
take
this
off.
is like one of the one times in your life that you
Yeah.
have like no stress and he
Mhm.
has unlimited. Like,
And
you
like,
just
I was
soak it
like, I
up.
need
have no
you,
kids.
and like for him especially because like he needs the decompress time for
Mhm.
sure. And so
Men, they
I
never
think
know when
I-
to stop.
I think he took off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but Thursday was our rehearsal and we got married Friday.
You guys
Oh,
had
yeah.
IVs on Friday morning, though. You guys like had a little day. Thursday morning. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. The week of our wedding, we tried to make it fun.
Yeah.
Which I guess, so going into the week of the wedding, Marshall, was there anything special that you and Gil did together to kind of celebrate?
We were actually talking about this morning. I'm like, did we do like a date night? He was like, I feel like we probably did on Sunday, but it was probably just the two, just something. Because we usually just spend Sundays together. But then,
that's your day off.
Yeah. But then Wednesday, I went down to Polly's and he came down Thursday. So on Thursday night, like my family and then his family, we all got together and like had like a happy hour.
Yeah.
Matthew and I are taking both of our parents out to dinner. Some people are coming up Thursday night, but like not everyone. So we're like, get drinks with them after. It's mainly the guys who are playing golf early Friday morning who are going to be up there. So I'm like, I don't really want to go to dinner with a bunch of men. So we're going to dinner with our parents. And Matthew and I are treating them kind of to like to kind of say thanks, but also to say, I don't know.
Yeah, we did. I don't know.
Stop.
We did. What's it called? The week of our wedding, we exchanged gifts.
Oh Lord. Matthew and I were bought gifts that we needed. They were not gifts. We were like, here, I got you it.
We didn't get gifts. We were like, let's just save that money.
Yeah. Kyle got forced into it. But
so
we exchanged gifts, and I think probably it was the Wednesday before, and then it was like Wednesday morning because that was the day he took off. So we kind of had like a lazy morning Wednesday together, very chill. And then Wednesday night we had dinner with his parents, my brother, and my grandparents that my parents hosted, which was really nice. And then Thursday we
her and Kyle. See how nice Matthew and I are? Just kidding.
Oh, well, we gave everybody. We did a lot. And then Thursday morning, he and I woke up and went and got IVs together. And then he did his own thing the rest of the day.
He had so many friends coming in from Kansas. So it was fun Kansas. For him to see all his boys once they got there. I feel like it was
I do feel like that's how Gil was too, because he has lots of family and friends coming into town. And so I felt like he kind of did have to entertain them a little bit and make the rounds and see everyone.
Loves to ham it up. If you're buying what he's selling, he will not move. That's but we also practiced our dance last night at Mary Vincent's house and hung out with my flower girl and them and had Sunday night dinner with them. I guess that was a little prep.
Yeah, I forgot we did practice ours, our dance as well. We didn't actually end up doing it.
I'm with Matthew. We have to practice every single night.
We did. And then, I think I told you as soon as we walked on the dance floor, we're not doing
Matthew
it.
Matthew dropped me on my head a few times.
No bruises or concussions as of yet.
I had to have a very serious conversation with Kyle the week of our wedding about our dance.
Oh, yeah, because he was making Caitlin nauseous because he was whipping her around.
Yeah, he was not taking it seriously. And I said, this is enough. You will.
If I throw up on this dance floor with this wedding that I have worked 18 months for.
Yeah, I was we had a serious conversation. I totally deflated his ego. And
Caitlin's I know you think you're big and strong and can spin me really fast, but it's not cool.
I was listen, I need you to lock it down, get it together.
My problem was I always lead, and I feel like that was deflating Gil's ego a bit. And I was I'm sorry. I am sorry.
When we were learning the moves, I'm Matthew, get it quicker.
Yeah.
I was you're not getting the routine. He's hold on, can we do this move? I'm it goes this, 5, 6.
That's literally how I was doing too. I was oh my God, Gil, why don't you understand this? Why can't you figure it out?
You clearly weren't a cheerleader. He's I know.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You knew this before today. So speaking of wedding week, wedding day, what were some examples of things that went wrong and how they were handled?
Caitlin's my maid of honor had a panic attack.
My maid of honor cried every moment of every day.
Yeah, she was more anxious than I was.
I'm like, I was more anxious for your wedding than I am for mine. Maybe it's because we had just gotten laid off and like the world, like possibilities felt endless.
Emotions were high.
Emotions were super high. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, like I'm getting married this week.
I
Like-
love telling everyone. It's like, it's my wedding week. Everywhere I went, I'm getting married this week.
Yeah.
And
I was I had to go to urgent care. I've been sick and it's been terrible. And I was like, I'm getting married. And they were like, oh my God, we'll get you in.
We'll get you an ASAP. Yeah.
And then I was like, so I'm kind of stressed. They're like, could you give me anything? They're like, that's not this kind of a place, ma'am. Like, you're sick.
You're sick.
ma'am, this is not where we
I
are.
was like, okay, so no Valium.
Like, ma'am, go to your doctor for that.
Yeah, you need to
They're
go
like,
to
this
your.
isn't your
This is the minute
psychiatrist.
clinic.
Yeah. They're like, we don't have those kind of rights here.
He was like, I'm a nurse.
Oh my gosh. Marshall, was there anything that went wrong wedding week other than your mom and Gil trying to tell you about the weather?
No, I really don't think anything went wrong.
Oh,
Like,
really? Yeah.
I think everything went to plan. And then for the wedding, if something did go wrong, I didn't know about it. My planners
Took
just
care of it.
took
That's
care of it
nice.
and didn't tell me anything because I didn't want to be alerted to any possible issue. I was like,
Right.
Yeah.
I paid you to handle this.
Yeah.
Please handle it because
Marshall's like, don't talk to me unless you're telling me how pretty I look.
and then you can talk to me all day.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I had any issues. I was trying to think back, and there was, besides just like the rehearsal, people like piping up and like having their suggestions on what we should do.
At the
Oh, did
rehearsal.
I?
No, you didn't. At the
You
rehearsal,
weren't there.
Surprising
You
that I
showed up.
didn't.
Yeah. You were.
at me keeping my mouth shut.
That's because you were mentally elsewhere.
You probably took. I think you took a Xanax.
Marshall.
Sorry, Paul. You can cut that.
Maybe.
No, no.
People at the rehearsal were like giving input
giving input, and so that was
into what? The ceremony?
like the processional, like who should go down with who, like you know.
No,
me.
no,
I was
no.
wearing a big fur coat and
Yeah.
holding on to Marshall's future brother-in-law.
Yeah, she was totally fine. But so I do remember Gil, I was like getting really frustrated with that. And Gil was like, I'll take care of it. And so he was able to nip it
Gil
in the
is
bud.
such a good problem solver at that
He is.
stuff.
He's
Yeah.
like good at
Wild.
that sort of thing. And then also Chelsea, like one of the planners was like, she was so calm and she's like, Marshall, we got it. We got it. And she
Yeah.
like was kind of stern with people.
I feel like I don't remember you freaking out. Maybe
it was just to,
did Becky suggest something?
no, she didn't. She just sat there and was like,
Who did? I'm like, name names. Refresh my memory.
people.
People on
in the
Gil's
wedding
side.
party. People in the wedding party had
people in the wedding
suggestions.
party had
Sorry.
suggestions.
Onward.
But
Which is a tip for if you're in a wedding.
keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
It's all figured
Then
out.
just
Like
beep
The
up
day
around,
of the
yeah.
rehearsal is not the time
you're
for
not
your
the head
ideas.
owner,
and also
It
these
is
people
just-
are professionals. Like my planner put so much time into like making sure everything was correct. And I like gave her who I wanted to do, go down.
Right.
Like it was taken care of.
Speaking
we didn't
of like
need,
just like day of and
Mhm.
the makeup people not having a schedule and
Mhm.
like, but it's like when you're a bridesmaid, that basically is what you do.
Mhm.
You wait around in a room with
Yeah.
all the other girls,
just
and the
drink your
bride
mimosa
says,
and be
"I
quiet.
forgot this," and then you run and get it,
Mhm.
or you help with something, and you sit there and get your hair and makeup done, and like that's
don't-
it. You don't need to do anything.
You don't have
try
to
and
take any
try harder.
responsibility. Like you
Yeah.
don't have to.
Because
Just
if the
enjoy
bride
the
needs
day.
something, she'll tell you or
Mhm.
someone else.
Yeah. So no unsolicited suggestions.
Unsolicited contact.
Yeah. But yeah, that was probably my biggest headache. But it lasted like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I had Gil shutting it down and the planner. So all was well. But that was quite annoying for that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because, you
That's
are
so
like
nice.
anxious.
My
Like
family's going to be like, you're the problem, Mary Lily.
You're the one giving unsolicited advice.
They're going to be like,
they're going to be telling you to
"You're
shut
in
up.
trouble."
Yeah. You're going to have to sit in the corner.
Yeah, they're like, you're in timeout. And
Your
you might
dad's
not
going to
get
be
married
like, you know
tomorrow."
what? I can cut this off now.
Yeah.
He's like, you want your mother to walk down the aisle? She will.
I can just hear your mom going, I'll do it.
Yeah. Quentin's like, I look beautiful today.
I
It's
mean,
like
if you
born
need
for that.
someone.
I don't care.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't think of anything like wedding week that went totally sideways.
Yeah.
Caitlin was like having tea with her mom every morning, though.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty.
Janine, like, love you, but like was like, you guys were kind of like almost dual brides up until the actual day. Like she like, you guys pampered yourselves. It was really fun. She like,
Yeah.
since you were free, she was free. You guys, I feel like had the best week.
I do feel
so it
like
could be
every day,
stress-free.
at least for me, was like, I got my extensions one day. I got my
Yep.
nails done. Like there was something designated each
You were
day.
busy the whole week.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
we got massages.
Mhm.
We got
Feels like I got an
IVs.
IV.
Yeah.
That was so smart. I feel like I should have gotten an IV. I actually looked into it for the bridal party at one point to all have
Yeah.
IVs. And then I don't know what, I think I just
What,
like,
you thought you were rich?
well,
that.
that was
yeah.
when
And then I also just forgot about it.
before I got married, that was one of the things I was like, okay, I'm going to save money for like all these like things, obviously for the wedding, but I was like specifically, I want to give the wedding party IVs. And then I was like, nope, not in the
You
budget.
my
Not in the
mom,
budget.
I was like, Mom, we need to get liquid IVs to put in the little like welcome boxes. She's like, your wedding's so classic and traditional. Like that would seem too modern. We'll just do Advil. I'm like, what a good way to get around paying for liquid IVs.
She's like,
She's like, we're more traditional people.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
so-
it's
that
cheaper.
modern technology, science. It's not the vibe. Also, like I don't like getting IVs. I've had to get a few for
Medical.
reasons when I've put myself in such a state. And like I've had to get like Benadryl drips and all these things. I don't
Yeah.
like having a needle in my arm much. It's not for me.
Yeah,
I mean, it lasts like 20 minutes.
Well, like Olivia's like terrified of needles,
Yeah,
so she would
I
have
don't like
absolutely
it.
said no.
I like, sometimes I'll be like, can you put it in my hand? They always miss my veins.
I have baby veins,
I
is
have
what they
big
told
veins
me.
in my hands.
Yeah.
They never want to do it at those places.
They don't.
At the
No.
hospital, they'll do it in your hand, which is where I get
The
most
hand.
of my
I feel like the hand hurts though.
Well,
I
I
don't
wouldn't
like
want-
it.
I wouldn't want-
I can't because it's the bending. I'm like I can
Oh.
like leave my left
Gotcha.
hand like, but when I move my arm or
That's fair. Yeah.
Well, the IV place, it was like pretty. We had
Painless.
loungers.
Yeah.
But like when I got my
But I have
teeth
small
taken
veins.
out or
Yeah,
whatever it's
same.
called, my wisdom teeth
Mm-hmm.
took them. The doctor, the fourth time he got my vein, and
Yeah.
the fourth time he was about to stab me, I'm like, "What happens if you don't get it?" He said, "Oh, I'm not going to miss this time, or I wouldn't be doing it." I'm like, "What about the other 3 times?"
Yeah.
Like what?
I have really
Like,
small veins.
I had more bruises all over my arms and hands.
You probably looked like a crackhead or a heroin addict.
Yeah. Well,
You live and you learn.
Yeah. You live and you learn.
You're not
but
getting IVs in my wedding. It's too modern.
It's too modern.
We're a traditional group.
Yeah, just drink.
Just drink your water and shut the fuck
Fight fire with fire. All right. Hair of the dog.
Oh my gosh.
Are there mimosas
There's
or
going to
Bloody
be
Mary?
mimosas and Advil.
Mimosas and
Maybe a few other scripts. I offered your mom a Xanax and she was like so about to take it.
I know.
Marshall, your mom, she was like, I'm so on the fence, Mary Lily. Your mom is also like just like not used to having makeup on. I think that's another thing you have to like.
Mhm.
I was
she
like
never had
emailing my-
had fake eyelashes.
I was like emailing my makeup people because my grandmother and Matthew's grandmother do their own makeup every day. Like Matthew's
Mhm.
grandmother gets her hair like curled
Yes.
once a week, all this stuff. So I'm like, they want like some blush and some lipstick, but they do not want the full treatment. They will
Mhm.
not want you putting all this stuff
Yeah.
on them. And the makeup woman was like so not understanding of that. She was like, well, like we'll have to put like, I'm like, no, these women are old
Mhm.
and they want to be there and be part of it. But like,
They probably don't
they're
want
n-
full glam.
yeah.
please don't mess with them.
Mhm.
And like, they were like, it's still going to be $200 a girl. We're like, okay,
That's
but
so-
like,
That's fine.
please
Yeah.
don't like airbrush them. Like,
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
and they were like, for the lighting and things like this. I'm like, okay.
That was one of the things that I did like, and I feel like I saw this in a couple quotes from hair and makeup artists, was like, especially for junior bridesmaids and like
Right.
people who didn't want a lot of makeup, it was like you could just do like,
Right.
you know,
My
That's-
dad thinks the
yeah.
makeup stuff's insane. He like has like divided it up in his head with how many people and then how much they're making per hour. And he's like, this is insane. And with the bus
Crazy.
stuff too, he's
Mhm.
like, I could pay for every single person at the wedding to get an individual Uber for this one bus that's only going to be able to carry 30 people. He's like, it is highway robbery.
get your seat.
that's
Mark.
Sorry,
why-
it's my conversations with my dad week before wedding. He's like
Yeah.
sending all the final checks and he's like calling me with everyone.
That's why my mom was literally telling me, she's like, don't tell your dad how much is like each thing. Just be
Yes.
like,
No, my dad, I swear to
Yeah.
God, they tell him the numbers, then he
Like,
like
no
types them
line
into an
items.
Excel spreadsheet and he's like, did you realize that this person, he's like, and they want a tip.
the tips are wild.
The tips are a lot.
And my mom has
Which-
gotten everyone a gift too. So my dad's probably like, stop.
Stop spending money.
Yeah.
He's like, not everyone needs a gift.
Well, another tip, get your tips
Mhm.
ready for wedding week. But
Yes.
Yeah.
to
Cash
kind
money.
of wrap up, what advice would you give to somebody going into their wedding week?
I would say like try not to get frustrated, even though I had that whole story about me getting frustrated.
Learn
Most-
from her experience.
Most people are trying to help you, you know, like
Mhm.
don't get frustrated with your parents if you can help it.
Right. I'm a
Um,
bridezilla.
Yeah, well, it's just everyone means well. They want you to have a great wedding. No one is out to get you or whatever. And also just try to enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's a lot and the week goes by really quickly, the day goes by really quickly, but it's like,
But it's like hard because
so
don't you
much
feel like
fun.
everyone's talking about you?
No.
That's how
No.
I feel. That's how I feel all the time.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Yeah.
your day-to-day life though.
Yeah.
So just try and like take a breather when you can, spend time with your fiance when you
Yes.
can. Just, you know, if you like him.
Yeah. Depending what you want the marriage to look
Yeah.
like.
Matthew's gonna hang out with the boys, I feel like, so much.
Mhm.
He's just, but then we have our whole honeymoon and we'll be trapped together for
Yeah.
4 days in a
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Stuff's going to come up no
Mhm.
matter like how thoughtfully you plan, whether you have a planner or you don't have a planner, something is just going to
You
not
guys,
go to script.
Jessica Biel always does an Epsom salt bath before the Met Ball because it has so much magnesium in it and it really soaks in better through your skin.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try and do that the night before.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Even though I take magnesium in a drink all the time.
Yeah.
That's
so
another
I
tip.
guess
Pro
you
tip.
can
do that.
thoughtfully plan your bath schedule and just roll the punches, I think.
Mhm.
And like, it depends
What if you have no punches left to roll with?
well, I
Just
think
roll.
if
Doja Cat.
you want to get upset, then go for it.
Yeah. Get it
But
out.
getting upset at the situation isn't going to solve
Mm-mm.
anything.
But I also think like everyone's going to remember a lot of this stuff. So like if you do want to have a moment, like I said on the bachelorette party, like pull your friend and look at them with like the
Yeah.
eyes, like I need to go to the bathroom and like go to the bathroom, like hyperventilate. I did that at Caitlin's wedding.
To me.
Yeah, like have a
To
moment
the
with like
bride.
someone you really trust, whether it be the maid of
Yeah.
honor, your mom. Like I had a moment with the planner and I was like gritting my teeth and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got it. I got
Right.
it. You know, or if it's your fiance, have a moment, you know.
Or
Yeah.
even if you're a bridesmaid, like when I was Caitlin's maid of honor, not to keep bringing it up. But I also like pulled one of her other bridesmaids into a room with me for like 20 minutes and like practiced
her.
my speech. And it was like really nice, like to have like that.
Yeah.
And like, so like if you're in the wedding party, like think of things you can maybe do. Like I feel like that also helped Caitlin not seeing me for a little bit because I'm high energy.
High energy, high anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll excuse
High
myself
strung.
for a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, I'll get out of Caitlin's line of sight and this
Yeah.
might help.
Caitlin and I might have a moment.
Yeah. Marshall, I'm scheming now.
We'll bring flasks in.
Yeah. But, and then, yeah, Marshall, what you said is like, you're getting married. There's been so much planning, so much work. But at the end of the day, it is because you are marrying the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with.
Right. And like if it's gonna get messed up now, there's no fixing it. I mean
Well, and I think it's like at the
Just
end of the
accept
day,
it.
life is like
Have low
stuff's going to go
expectations.
sideways.
Yeah. And
Like-
it's fine.
And yeah, if you can't handle this,
If you
like,
can't
it's-
handle something at your wedding going sideways, like good luck.
that's what I told my mom. That's what I said. I said I'm worried for myself.
But then it's also so fun though.
I'm getting anxiety.
I'm trying not to think about it. It's so fun to like see your vision and like
Yes.
everything
I
you've
know. I'm
planned.
so excited about
It's
that
so
part.
cool to see. Like it all just come to life. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds
I just don't know how
cliche,
I'm
but
gonna
my
get
wedding
everything
really
home.
was the best day.
It was the best
We're
day.
we're gonna take up 5 carloads by the time we're all
Oh yeah.
up there.
So I had
So
to
I, like,
put
am, like-
stuff in my brother's. Gil took stuff.
Well,
Me
my
and mom
parents
took
have
stuff and
driven
my
up
brother.
cars
Yeah.
up there 3 times already, and then we're taking up 2 cars.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, how are we gonna get all? Well, we'll give some of it out. I forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah.
didn't come back
With as much. Mm-mm.
because I had all the like vases and everything, and I just gave on my
But
planner. I was
all
like,
my-
have at it.
All
Yeah.
my clothes
This
are
is a
up there already,
donation.
which is really nice. Like
Yeah,
I've packed
that's
like
nice.
pajamas and like my makeup and like
Mhm.
random accessories, and that's it. So that has been like super nice.
Yeah.
It is the best day.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
soak it in.
pumped. And everyone that like I love is I'm gonna see this weekend.
Mhm.
Like I'm just so excited, and all
Mhm.
my outfits that I've been looking forward to wearing for so long. I got lidocaine to spray on our feet, you guys.
Oh,
so they go
nice.
numb.
Oh, I have more anxiety.
And I was about to say, like one time my foot went numb in class and I rolled my ankle and sprained my
Just
ankle.
like our toes and our heels. I'm not trying to like murder you.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
on that
everybody
note-
on the pod, please give us a follow, give us a subscribe, and make sure we have a future episode. And we live through wedding week.
If you want to hear
Yes.
about this.
Yeah, if you
want to hear if we survived or not too
Yeah.
next time.
yeah. Who's in a cast because their feet were numb.
I might break my leg after this week.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Stay tuned. I'm in suspense.
Wow. Same.
But for different reasons.
Yeah.
So many reasons. I hope I get my flip in.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
Final last words. That's my wish.
All right. Wedding wish. Well, until next time, follow, subscribe.
Like us, Unveiled Opinions. Swipe up.
Until next time.
Bye guys.